Hello, this is Jenna from Spiritually Savage Mindset Strategy Coaching. I am a psychic medium, channeler, a card reader, spiritual guide, and spiritual coach, spiritual mentor, whatever it is that you want to call me. So wow, the physical symptoms have been real lately, huh? I have a lot of clients that are experiencing extreme ascension symptoms. I myself have experienced a lot of the headaches, a lot of the pressure in my chest as we awaken and release and let go of grief. And a lot of your symptoms are metaphysical. They are emotional. And our body has to release all of this trauma and changes and integrate. And I feel like a lot of us are going through so many changes all at one time that it's taking our body a while to catch up. Some of you are experiencing extreme physical pain, and a lot of you, it's to force you to slow down and to put your needs before the needs of others, because a lot of you have been nudged quite a bit to take care of some things in your life and to focus on you, and you've continued to put other people first to the point now where the universe has completely stopped you. And you are having to take care of yourself and focus on your own needs and your own health and what you need to be working on. I'm having a lot of my clients say to me that they're having a really difficult time right now expressing empathy for others. And they have that fear that they're changing, but that they're changing into somebody who doesn't give a shit about other people, and that that's not the spiritual journey. And I'm going to tell you this right now. You cannot feed people from an empty cup. And you need to understand that empathy for others includes them having to take care of their own shit. You may consider yourself a healer, but you do not heal other people. You are a healer because you heal you. Everybody heals themselves. We're all guides. Okay, I don't consider myself a healer. I'm a guide, and I help other people to heal themselves. Everybody heals themselves. Even if you consider yourself an energy healer and you can identify stuck energy and help it move and stuff like that, you are an assist. You're a support. And so today is the 1010 portal. You'll see this video on 1011, but I want to read about what the 1010 portal is bringing in. There's a dog on the end of my bed itching, in case you can hear her tag rattling. So I want to read about that, but I will say this is a collective reading. We're going to talk about the collective energy right now. Many of us are in the same exact place. There's a mass awakening happening right now. We are in a second great awakening. It's amazing. And we are moving into a new consciousness. And I want to make you aware that this is a collective reading. So take what resonates and leave what does not. Many of you are seeing the signs. Many of you are seeing the signs for the very first time. Some of you have heard other people say that they've seen the signs, and then you kind of noticed them here and there, but now many of you are seeing them incredibly consistency, seeing the same numbers, hearing song lyrics that speak to you, hearing things on, social media or whatever, repeating patterns that just keep validating you and fortifying what your intuition has been telling you for a really long time. And so you need to follow those, because those are your map right now. You're not going to be able to ignore them. Once you start seeing them, they won't go away. They get worse, and they get louder, and they get rougher, and they get more in your face. I have to say this. If you're interested in a private reading or talk about coaching or anything like that, supports, finding your gifts, finding your truth, learning how to seek your soul, learning how to access your magic, learning how to follow your soul and know the difference between your brain and your soul voice. If you're looking for those kind of supports, you can hit my contacts below in the box below in the description and talk to me, because I'm having an extreme amount of people that right now are really, really wanting to learn who they are spiritually, who their identity is spiritually. And so we've been talking about that and seeking that on a grand scale right now. And I don't sugarcoat. So if you're looking for somebody to pet you, I'm not your girl. I'm going to be very straightforward with what you need. I'm here for what you need, not what everybody has, you know, babied you with. Okay, so that's not my jam. So if that's what you're looking for, I'm not your girl. But if you're looking for somebody that's going to be straight and honest and in integrity with you, and is going to tell you what you need to hear instead of what you want to hear, I'm here for your growth. That's all I'm interested in, is you to learn how to grow. And by sugarcoating your lessons, I can't do that. The universe doesn't sugarcoat your lessons. This is why we have massive things that happen: divorce, death in the family, ends of relationships, horrible things that we view as tragedies or trauma. The universe doesn't sugarcoat your lessons for you, because most of the time when we're nudged, we don't listen. Until we train ourselves to do so. So I'm not going to sugarcoat for you. But I am going to read for you right now, and we're going to talk about what this 1010 portal is bringing to us all as a collective. So I would like messages from Spirit. Let's talk about this 1010 portal. It's amazing manifesting time, so tell us what we are bringing into reality right now. Tell us what's coming for us as this 1010 portal changes us and ushers out people into our lives, ushers boundaries and people exiting and situations exiting as we move towards 11/11. And our new beginnings. The first one is where you need to be. It says, acknowledge how you're feeling, have faith the universe will take care of a current concern by providing the best possible outcome for all involved. Again, there is no good or bad. There is only necessary. So even if your situation is falling apart and you feel like it's the worst thing that's ever happened to you, the universe is going to turn around and use this to show you what you've always deserved, to give you what you've always wanted and needed, not what you've settled for. And so there's so much moving in. There are so many of us right now creating massive boundaries around us and not allowing people to suck off of our energy. I'm putting up massive bounds right now for people that have just always just sucked off of my energy. And it's time for symbiosis. I don't even like the word reciprocity and reciprocating, because I don't feel like we should expect reciprocity. I want symbiosis. I want to feed you and you to feed me. I want it to be so seamless that it doesn't even cross your mind that it's not going to happen. I want it to be so seamless that it doesn't even need to be like addressed at all. It just seems so normal. If I want what you have, I give to you. If you want what I have, you give to me. It's symbiosis. It's when you have created we watched Venom the other night, and that's the symbiosis right there. You give to each other and you both benefit each other. And that's the way all relationships need to be right now. Friend relationships, family relationships, your circle needs to include those people that you feel that you can be symbiotes with. And if you can't, then they have to move along. If they don't have anything to contribute, then you can't contribute as much to them. It just is what it is. We are moving into an energy time where a lot of our energy is going to be expended, and we need to be very, very careful with it right now. Yeah, here we go. Back on task. Back on task, exactly. And it is, be sure you're using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider rewiring, reviewing your goals, your schedule, or a project you are working on. All could use some fine tuning. And that's what I'm talking about with your energy. Fine tune your business, fine tune your outlets, fine tune your clients, fine tune your friend group, fine tune how you are expending your energy, because it's in short supply right now. All right. And then your last one is let your personality shine. We are going to let it all out. You have something no one else has that makes you who you are. Stop comparing yourself to others and allow your uniqueness to shine through. It does not matter how many other people you know that read cards. You read cards different than any of them. It does not matter how many people you know that do branding. You do branding like nobody else. Let who you are be the differentiator, okay? It's time for us to step out and roar and use our voices and use our personalities, because it's real right now. We are moving into a new era, and so let's see what the rest of the cards say. 10-10 portal. What is coming for us? What's happening? Because there's a lot happening in our universe right now. You're seeing the signs. You know, you saw them before, but you're seeing them in mass now. You can't, they won't go away. The things that you've been trying to deny about yourself, about your life, the things you've been trying not to take care of, those things are coming up with a vengeance. With a vengeance. All right. All right. See where we're going. Messages for my viewers, for the people watching. Spirit, you know who's watching, so you know who's gonna watch. Isn't that the amazing thing? It'll be 10 years from now, and this message is going to be for you, because it's timeless, and whenever you watch it, that's when it's right for you. The Hermit, what did I tell you? We're all going into Hermit mode right now. All going into Hermit mode and conserving our energy. Redirecting. For those of you who are on my Facebook, you know that I post about spiders all the time. And right now I'm seeing them everywhere. We have an invasive species right now here where I live in Georgia, and it is everywhere, and it's beautiful, and I don't kill them, and I keep them, and I take pictures of them, post them on Facebook all the time, because spiders are a representation of you weaving your destiny. They are you creating your fate right now. They are you creating the life around you and manifesting. And right now we're doing that. Spiders do it alone. You don't see them in colonies doing it. Normally they're totally alone, and they make these big, beautiful, elaborate webs that only they could do. And then they get torn down, and guess what? They don't get pissed off. They just go right back to it. Always on task. And that's exactly what's happening right now. You're going into hermit mode, and you're really finding out who your identity is. You're really seeking that spiritual identity and learning to listen to your soul. And we're really, really pushing forward, because the new life is coming. Like, we can all feel it. A lot of you have that anticipation of something coming, and you don't know what it is. And it's been driving you crazy. I know, because I'm getting messages and I see it in the comments. It's driving me crazy. It's driving me crazy. I feel like something big is happening. It is. Trust yourself, because we're on the journey. The Fool. You guys have finally fallen in and said, we are doing this. I've fought it for so long, but right now I'm giving in. I'm starting this journey. I'm going to trust the universe, and I'm going to fall off the cliff and build the machine on the way down, and trust the universe has a plan for me. I'm not going to plan. I'm not going to try to do this step by step. I'm not going to do this the way I would do it, where I'm in control of it, because I'm not seeing all the things that are trying to sabotage me. I'm not seeing all the things that have been holding me back. I'm not seeing all the reasons that I haven't been able to move forward. So I'm going to trust, and I'm going to step out and do it anyway, and the universe is going to provide. Our job is just to make the decision and to step out with that one action. The universe is the how. The universe will push it, and the momentum. We make the snowball, the universe forces it to go. All right, because we're back with the spiders again. Look at our little orb weavers. Aren't they beautiful? And there's so many of them. And we're catching those fireflies. Don't you see all the fireflies that it's catching into the web? We're catching them all because this is our Ace of Wands. It is about receiving inspiration, receiving passion, receiving our desires. Your wands is fire. It's everything that you want. It's all your creativity, all your sexual energy, all your, passion, desires, all those things that fan your flames, all the ideas, everything. We're getting them all right now. Everything is pushing up, and it's making us want to fall into this journey. It's making us want to go into hermit mode and really focus on it because we felt it before, but we're feeling it right now in HD. It is being amplified. All of the things that you wanted and that you thought you kind of left behind, they're all coming back with a megaphone like, hey, did you think that we forgot about this? Did you think that you forgot about this? Did you think that you moved past it? You didn't. Stop ignoring it. It's still in there. That thing that you desire, that feeling that you desire, that career that you desire, that wanting to talk to your soul that you desire, that person that you desire, that relationship that you desire, whatever it is that has been fanning that flame and that you've been trying to put a lid over, you've been trying to put a cup over to try to get it to smolder down just a little bit so you didn't have to act. It's coming. All of those feelings are just in HD right now. All right. And your Eight of Pentacles, busy. We're busy. We're working on some things. We're mastering a skill. We are trying to find out who we are spiritually. We have dug deep and we do not know who we are. We have tried in this life and we just are so confused about who we're supposed to be, because when we try to be quote unquote who we're supposed to be, then when we try, it's actually a wasp, but when you try to be who other people think that you're supposed to be, it builds that anger, that wasp, that resentment, that jealousy. And you feel like you've put in all the work. You've been patient. You've been methodical. You've been determined. You really, really pursued this and did everything you were supposed to. But it hasn't brought you the joy that you were looking for. It's brought you the Two of Cups reversed, which is union. Reversed. If it's upright, it's union. See the happy little elephants? They're in union. But right now we're still in separation. And you're like, I've done all this fucking work. Why are we still in separation? Why is everything that I wanted evading me? Why are there delays? Why are there things that are blocking me? Why are there things that are holding me back? It's because the things you were working towards were not going to bring you the fulfillment and the satisfaction that you were looking for. Thought about it today, and I was talking to a client about all the things that they wanted for the last year. They had all these things on a checklist, and as they accomplished them, as they got closer to them, as those things became real in their life, they didn't bring them any joy, any fulfillment. It was just like, okay, check that off, and what do we do next? And they couldn't figure out why they didn't have the joy and the fulfillment and the feeling that they were looking to create. And it was because the person that they've continued a relationship with is not the person that they wanted to accomplish these things with. It's not the person they wanted to enjoy things with. It's not the person they wanted to experience this accomplishment with. And so it just was like ash in their mouth. It was like, okay. And it was a disappointment to them. And it kind of made them feel like, what's the point anymore? What's the point of seeking goals Well, the point is that you're supposed to figure out that you're in the wrong situation and breathe life back into you, where you get the enjoyment, where you alter your life enough where you understand what we're working towards. And we're working towards the Knight of Cups, apparently, because it just flew out of the deck while I was shuffling. But it's reversed. You have had a message of love delivered to you. Showed up, something to sweep you off your feet, a relationship that would change everything. And you said no. You said, I have to stay in my situation. I have to see this through. I've put too much time in. I made a promise. I have obligations. And you've done this not just with your relationships, but with your family situations and with your job situations. And what you don't understand is that those obligations that you've taken on are not for you. You fooled yourself into believing that because you're afraid to step out into your destiny. So it's time to step out into your destiny so that you can be fulfilled. Because while you're not being fulfilled, you're keeping all the other people in this situation from their fulfillment also. You're not being selfless by staying in a situation where you're unfulfilled. You're being selfish because you're afraid. And you don't want to rock the boat. But by rocking the boat, you're going to allow other people to have what's meant for them also. You're blocking what's meant for everyone by not stepping out and doing your destiny. So it's time to pursue your destiny with all of your heart. It's time to pursue your destiny with everything that you have. Go today and take the step. Fall like the fool and pursue your destiny with every bit of fire that you have. Run towards it screaming like it is the only thing that you've ever wanted, because it is. But run towards it and tell the whole world that they don't have to settle.